The Los Angeles Unified School District's Human Relations Diversity and Equity Department promoted the following video. Yeah, that's right. The nation's second largest school district is shilling the following.
Got us donuts. Those are so bad for you. Oh no, are they moldy? I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just saying. You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you? Guilty.
Diet culture, fat phobia, and systems of oppression have created false hierarchies of food, and it shows up everywhere.
For instance, harmful thought patterns like earning food through exercising, or that dessert is the reward for the punishment of eating vegetables.
Remember that you do not need to earn food.
We are all incorrectly taught from a young age that our size, and therefore the foods that we eat, are markers of our self-worth. Moralizing food can lead to harmful relationships with food and disordered eating.
Instead of focusing on good and bad choices, try to approach food with neutrality in mind.
The only foods that are bad for you are foods that contain allergens, poisons, and contaminants, or food that is spoiled or is otherwise inedible.
Eat without guilt, regardless of what society says.
Yeah, because there is nothing unhealthy about eating an entire box of donuts for breakfast. To call out the spike in the glucose levels that will arise, that will assuredly lead to diabetes, is, you guessed it, racist. Can you tell the difference between this model, which she calls herself, and Naomi Campbell? I sure can't, but that's because I'm blind, which is exactly what they hope you become to their post-modernistic logic that they are infecting you with over and over again. There is no truth. Everything is relative. Up can be down. 2 + 2 can equal 5. BLM riots were mostly peaceful. And of course, men can become pregnant. But again, it was the Los Angeles School District that promoted this video publicly. What do you think that they might be teaching your kids behind closed doors? Is this what you want? Truth to be murdered and children being encouraged to develop health habits that will invariably lead to fatty liver disease? But being fat is the new beautiful, you bigot, say the postmodernists.
Now being fat is beautiful? Name a thing that you can't do? Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42?
Are these people evil? Well, in my opinion, the answer is yes. They know full well the lies they are pushing, but they do so in the name of equity and the ideology which has absolutely infected their brains. Why? Because they believe that it is morally right, and it is far better to be morally correct than factually. To quote our good friend, AOC. But because Maya Fino will not be living past the age of 42, and the high seat that equity has from where it is being pushed within our own government by none other than our sitting vice president.
Our lowest income communities and our communities of color that are most impacted by these extreme conditions and impacted by issues that are not of their own making. And so women. Absolutely. And so we have to address this in a way that is about giving resources based on equity, understanding that we fight for equality, but we also need to fight for equity, understanding not everyone starts out at the same place. And if we want people to be in an equal place, sometimes we have to take into account those disparities.
We want equity. We want equity. End up in the same place, like the wise sage, the eloquent genius Kamala has stated that we must. So because of that, we are going to do all that we can to help your child develop eating patterns like this, so we can end up looking like this. But here's the kicker. The black nutritionist who says that dieting is racist actually is employed by Mondelez. This is the public company that creates sugary, highly caloric snack foods like Oreos, Cadbury, vanilla wafers, Chips Ahoy. So the question that I have is, do you think that it's possible, just possible, that maybe there's a Wall Street impact co-opting this woke ideological movement? I happen to own Mondelez stock, which means I benefit from your consumption choices if you listen to this video. But as a libertarian, I believe that it is your choice, your prerogative as to what it is that you consume. I also happen to care enough about public health, as well as, more so even, the truth, that I will state things and make people aware of even that which goes against my financial interests. So y'all have a choice. You can continue to listen to these manipulative, nefarious, evil beings that want you to end up morbidly obese while my pockets fatten, along with your bloated children, or you can reject this cultish, evil nonsense that seeks to destroy us all by bringing us down to the lowest common denominator. Or you can choose to swallow this poisonous yet sugary ideology as promoted by the Los Angeles Unified School District's Human Relations Diversity and Equity Department and all get wealthier, or reject the ideology and publicly tar and feather those promoting it. Either way, I see it as a win. But as a gentle reminder, who do you think has it right?
Let's be clear, a healthier diet will not solve the health disparity issue. We have to talk about racism, accessibility, and all the system holding us back.
Or my buddy Tom.
Now being fat is beautiful. Name a thing that you can't do. Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42.
Blue pill or red pill? The choice is yours, my friends.